Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome to a Let's Play video for Dead Cells. So, I wanted to diversify my channel a little bit, and one of the genres that I'm interested in is roguelikes. And Dead Cells is exactly that. It is a platforming roguelike, and apparently it's very inspired by games like Metroidvania and Dark Souls. And I only have a little bit of experience playing Dark Souls. I've heard Metroidvania is also really good, but I've never played. I did really like Dark Souls though, and I can definitely see some of the influences in this game. So let's begin, shall we? Let's resume my current run, because we can start again from the prisoner cells. It will basically remove all of my progress, I think. Oh, actually no. All of your progress of the collector and your runes will be saved. Ah, okay, so we could go to a different save slot, or resume current run. But I died, and that is something you will do a lot in this game. So this is the room that you start off in, and right here we have the Dead Man's Purse, which contains some of the gold from a previous life. So we can pick that up, and as you can see, that gives me 1407 gold, which is 40% of what I used to have. So, we are in a starting room, and right here you can see some of the things that I've unlocked and some of the jars that still need to be filled with items and things like that. So the way you get these is kind of interesting, and that is also another thing that reminds me of Dark Souls, is basically when you kill enemies in this game, and you will, because there are a lot of them, sometimes they will drop cells, right? And in between levels you can trade those cells in for unlocks of new weapons or damage upgrades or other special items and things of that nature. And when you start the game, the first thing you will find here are a basic bow and arrow and a basic shield. Right now I don't have a basic bow and arrow, I have a Frost Blast, which is a random item that I've unlocked. And then I unlocked a special upgrade that basically selects a random ranged weapon from all the things that I've unlocked so far. So I can pick this up and it goes into my secondary slot, and you basically have a melee slot and a ranged slot, and then you have two special items that you can find along the way as well, like turrets or bombs and things of that nature. So left mouse button basically does the melee attack, right mouse button does the ranged attack, and then we begin. So every time you start a new run of this game, you basically you run into a semi-random world map, or a semi-random map. So basically it's kind of like XCOM in that chunks are pre-made. Oh crap. But the pre-made chunks, they all basically get thrown together randomly. Oh crap, that hurt me. Block on the arrow, there we go. Alright. So here's another upgrade that you can find in the game, and this is an interesting one because the things that you find in these jars are upgrades just for your current run, and if you die you lose those. And basically you lose everything. You lose all the items, all the weapons, except, you know, at the start you have a chance of a somewhat better bow or a somewhat better item spawning if you've managed to unlock it, and managed to unlock the upgrade that allows that random spawning to happen. As you can see, combat is very fast, very punchy. Enemies die pretty quickly, but they can also hit me back pretty hard as well. And actually right now I'm kind of taking it slow, because you can build up a really fast speed. Now every once in a while you can spend gold at shops like this, and you can get like either an amulet or one of the special items like a knife storm, a special melee weapon, or yeah, another special melee weapon basically, but these items swap randomly. So I could go for a balanced blade, and this one would give me plus 30 damage on a bleeding target. Right now I don't really have anything that makes targets bleed, however. We have plus 100 damage on a burning target. That could be good. The Nutcracker on the whole is a pretty damn good weapon, because it also stuns victims that have more than 75% health. Basically, every enemy you hit for the first time will be stunned, and it also does a shitload of damage. So actually I'm going to buy this weapon and replace my rusty sword. We have another upgrade here for our current run, which is awesome. And some of these will be upgrades for either health, strength or skills, and some of these allow you to choose. And right now, I think the first upgrade that I want is health. Health is always a good thing to have. Right, so combat is pretty basic, but the variation comes from weapons that you have and use. Oh crap. Oh, I found a secret. And I found a bow and arrow. Oh, we could take an infantry bow instead of the frost blast, and this will inflict a critical blow when struck at close range. But actually I don't really like that. I prefer the ability to freeze. Oh crap. Prefer the ability to freeze. So another really big thing of roguelike games like this is memorizing enemy AI behavior. So the shield guy basically turns around and then charges forward. You have to try to get around him, and then... God damn it, this has never been so hard before. There we go. Then you need to hit him in the back. Now, there are several ways that you can do this, and some of these are actually pretty damn fun. You can use items. For example, you could drop a turret behind him, and the turret will of course do damage in his back while he's distracted with you. Or you could freeze him and then jump around, and actually I should have done that. Another cool thing here is water will freeze as well. And a big part of this game is memorizing what enemies do, and then anticipating on that and deciding which enemies need to kill him first. In this case, I usually go for the green guy instead of the red guy, because the red guy's bombs are pretty easy to evade. But the green guys, well, they're just general melee troops, and they do pack a punch, and they also take a few more hits to take down. Right, so we have a door here, and they want me to pay 3,000 bucks to get to the item behind it, and that is quite a bit too much for me to pay right now, because I don't have that sort of money. So we'll just move on. Another thing that we have here is a teleporter, and when you walk past these, you basically unlock them, and then you can pass from one teleporter to the next for free if you want to. Right, but for now we still have plenty of things to explore over here. We could unlock this door for 1,000 gold, and there's a freeze bomb behind it. That could be interesting, but we already have a freeze thing. Oh crap. Yeah. So one thing that's really useful is rolling under attacks or jumping over them. Ooh, found another secret. Got some more money. So killing these enemies also provides you with gold, so I tried to kill everyone. We found a free health upgrade too. That's awesome. Our health level is now up to 3, which you can see in the bottom left. Another thing that I really like is just kicking in these doors. Oh crap, they were too close. Or too far away actually. We can still go further down, which is interesting. And here we have the exit to another world, but we don't want to go there right now because we still have a part that is unexplored. So let's teleport up and then explore this last hallway and see what is over there, because there are other things that you can find, like chests, cursed chests as well. Ooh, firebrands, I like these. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it ignites the grounds and your enemies, inflicting 19 damage per second for 3 seconds. That is really damn powerful, and I really liked having that one before, so I'll take it again. Now, I found a chest, and you will find random unlocks. And let's see. Bloodsword 2 causes bleeding for 21 damage per second, and then 175 damage on a frozen target. Actually, let's pick up this weapon. A burning target. Oh, so we have a choice to make. We could take the one for freezing, but that would mean that we have to pick up that freeze attack again. Or we could stay with the Nutcracker, which does 100% damage on a burning target, and with Firebrands we can make sure enemies do indeed burn. And actually I like the burn, because it basically takes up quite a bit of ground. I can do an attack right now and you can see, yeah. It's basically kind of like a Molotov. It starts burning things on the ground. Everything that passes through it starts to burn, and then when I hit them on the head with my big mallet, they'll take 100% extra damage, and that is really damn powerful. Another thing that we have here is a little blob, and I can interact with this because I defeated one of the bosses, and some of these bosses unlock different ways to traverse the levels, like for example this vine that I can now climb. When I first started playing this game, that vine was not an option. I could tickle it, but nothing would happen. And right here we have another exit towards the toxic sewers, and the toxic sewers I found are quite hard. So I would prefer to stay away from that, and we will go instead to the promenade of the condemned. And this is the other really interesting thing. On the bottom left you can see the free, or not the free, but the little blue orb that says 11, and those are the cells that I've collected so far. So if we go to the next level, we go to an in-between area. And the in-between area is the home of this laboratory. I'm not sure what this guy is called, but if we talk to him, we go to the unlock screen. As you can see, some of these things are now available for unlocking, and these things, if I wanted to upgrade the sturdy shield, it would take 10 cells to do it, and right now I have 11 cells. Alternatively, we have the firebrands, which is the weapon I'm currently carrying in my ranged weapon slot. And I could unlock this and make sure that it does 5% extra damage, and actually I quite like the idea of that. So let's spend about 10 cells, and I have 1 cell left. I'll spend that one on healing potion number 3, which basically gives my health flask 3 charges instead of the 2 I currently have. This is very Souls-like, and the idea here is, just like in Dark Souls, if you collect souls and you die, the souls will be gone if you don't go back to them. However, in this game, if you die, the cells will be gone forever. There's no way for you to get them back. Now, we also have a big cauldron here, and if I interact with this, it will basically restore my health and fill up my flasks again. Right, so now that I'm all ready, I've spent all my cells, I've got full health again. Let's go to the promenade of the condemned. Right, so like I said, these maps are somewhat randomly generated. They're handmade, but the order in which they appear is random, so you never really quite know what to expect, though eventually you will find things that are familiar to you. Alright, so these guys are burning. Another attack that I really like is the stomp from up high, actually. It's really... oh crap, that is an enemy that teleports. What I like to do is I like to set those on fire and then just start jumping around, and while they waste time teleporting around, they might in fact die. That is a really cool thing to do. Alright, let's see. Oh, we have another chest. Right, let's open this baby up and see what's inside. Ooh, we have another weapon. The broadsword number 3, which does 192 damage. It also throws a grenade for 31 damage. Slow and heavy, but looks badass, the best way to compensate. But right now, you know, that doesn't really work with my firebrand, which is basically all I really want right now is to upgrade fire stuff. So let's use the teleporter to teleport back up. Oh crap. And this is another thing that we have in this game as well, or at least on this second map, is these little, well, they look like training dummies. And they basically give shields to the enemies around them, so those will always be a big priority, because the shields, they actually don't deplete, they just, yeah, they basically prevent the enemy from taking damage. And occasionally after they do an attack, I mean, the shield will go away for just a second, but it will come back really quickly as well. So, priority number 1 is always taking out those training dummies I found. Right, got another cell there. Unlocked another teleporter. Oh crap. I really like this weapon as well, because hitting them with the Nutcracker basically stuns them if they're still full health. Another thing that I really like to do, these bats, they only start moving once I get below them, but we can also stomp through this area. And for some reason that one didn't activate, but that one does. That's burning. Oh crap. I did not mean to do that, yeah. Usually the ranged attacks are pretty decent for taking out those flying creatures. Alright. I kind of want to go over here, but we need to be careful. Usually though, after you face an obstacle like that, there is a teleporter as well, so you can teleport back up without going through those spikes again. And that's something that I really like. Oh crap, we have... oh, Jesus, I don't want to be here. I want to be up there, and then basically kill that thing. Yep, good. And I need to be careful of those bombs. Oh crap, I just barely missed that one. But yeah, this game can be very fast-paced. Like right now I have a different weapon which is a little bit slower, but if you get like daggers, you can basically speedrun this thing really damn hard. And it feels great. You know, these enemies die pretty quickly, it feels very punchy, everything was very quick to react. And, the main menu said, it was recommended to play this with a controller, but right now I'm just playing with mouse and keyboard because, well, I don't own peasant tools. Please don't take that as an insult. Alright, another thing that you will find occasionally is this door. And this door is set on a timer. So if I try to open it right now, it tells me it was sealed 6 minutes and 53 seconds ago. So if you want to reach it, apparently there's some really good loot behind it, but I've never managed to get to it before the timer went down. But yeah, if you want to reach it, there is a timer. And you basically have to run really fast throughout the entire level. But then you might be able to do it. Right, got another unlock. We are looking pretty good on health. We could do some more strength. We don't really have skills still, which is slightly annoying, but oh well, let's go for weapon strength. A really cool thing is that the firebrand doesn't actually work in the water, which makes sense, but not a lot of games actually take that into account actually. Ooh, crap. Maybe I'm best off just setting some people on fire here, and actually that guy won't be on fire because he's in the water. Yeah, the firebrands are really damn nice. I quite like them. They're very powerful, and especially now that I have a weapon that basically upgrades as well, or basically does extra damage when you know, against burning people or burning targets. That feels really damn good. Alright. So, I've almost reached the end of this map, I feel. We can go down here as well. There are several entrances, and ooh, we could spend 1,200 bucks, and then I think that's a turret, which is a skill, and I do want it. Yes, a horizontal turret. Rapid fires on nearby enemies, inflicting 69 damage per second. You need to be close by for this to work. That's a really interesting thing. You can't just drop it and run away. You need to be standing pretty damn close. Damage plus 20%, and projectile burned the ground behind them. Ooh, damn, that is nice. That is really damn potent, I think, because that will make all the enemies burn. Let's try it out. Yeah, burning ground by the looks of it. And firebrands 2, I had firebrands 1. Let's take the upgrade for extra damage. Ooh, he was burning. Oh, we found a kebab, which basically gives us our health back. Which is really damn nice. Alright. Crap, I need to go down. There we go. So far I haven't had to use my flasks yet, which is damn nice, because, well, I don't want to... I want to do that as little as possible, because I can only use it 2 times, and then... Well, I can't use it anymore, and then I have to do what I have to do with what little health remains to me. Oh crap. Oh man. Burn. Alright, we found a grenade as well. Grenades are cool. But yeah, usually it's a really good idea to explore as much of every level as possible, because, well, this level is a little bit easier, and that allows me to get some money and some souls, so I can spend it at upgrades. So we have a bear trap, we have electric whip 2, ice grenade, or an ice amulet, and right now we don't really have any amulets. And this one reduces damage from projectiles by 75%. It's quite expensive though, but it could be very powerful, and especially for the area that I want to go to right now, there's quite a few enemies with ranged attacks, so this might be very well worth it. So yeah, just spend the money there, and we'll go back up with the teleporter. Because what I want to go to is the... Oh crap, this is annoying. Ah, crap. Alright, there goes their shields. Yeah, I want to go to the ramparts, which is a really damn nice area, because there are a lot of enemies. But it's not quite as hard as the sewers, because the sewers are really, really damn hard. Oh, there's this teleporting guy. He's on fire though, so let him just burn for a second. Oh, and he went into the water. That put out his fire. It's a nice little touch. Yeah, it's really nice, man. I like having the fire weapons. They're really good. Of course, frost is really good as well. And really, the best thing you can do is try to find a combination that works really well for all of your stuff. You know, if your ranged weapon and melee weapon work together, that is the best possible scenario. Right, let's go to the ramparts. And this is probably the area where I'm going to die, but we'll see. I managed to take home with me 28 souls. Or cells, actually. What do we want to spend them on? So we could go for a random melee weapon, which is a general improvement, and that means the starting weapon is randomly drawn from those you have unlocked. And right now I start off with a really shitty weapon, and actually this is something I really do want. So let's spend the cells on that, and that means after this I might start with the Nutcracker, instead of just the generic, really piss poor sword that does almost no damage. That means right off the bat I can go for interesting combinations, which of course we really do want to do. Alright, ramparts, here we come. I've come quite far on the ramparts. Right, and as you can see right now I'm far away from the turret, and it doesn't actually do anything. Oh crap. I think he just managed to hit me as well with that. Maybe it was this guy. So every area also comes with new enemies, and that one is one of the enemies that is I think, unique to this area. Oh crap. Oh man. That was a shame. They're quite interesting though. They kind of like remind me of Egyptian priests. And they do ranged attacks, like the archers, which we also saw in the first level. Another interesting thing though is that these attacks also pass through walls, which makes them slightly more dangerous. And I'm actually quite lucky to have this amulet right now, that basically minimizes damage from this stuff. Yeah, let's just burn that motherfucker with the shield. Excellent. Oh, crap, this is not good. I don't like this one bit. These flying creatures are annoying as all hell. Because they're quite hard to hit. You know, they fly off through the walls and... well, that's just really terrible to deal with. Damn it. Alright, let's throw a bomb, let's put down a turret. But the turret is not actually doing anything for some reason. Oh, crap. Oh, and I'm dead. Well, this time around I only lost 4 cells, so not a big loss. And now you can see what you will do over and over and over again. So there's the clump of cells that we're actually playing as, and there it is possessing a dead body. And now I can pick up the gold that I spent. And as you can see, well, I have an electric whip this time around instead of what I had before. And I think, I'm not entirely sure, but if we press escape, yeah, we can see it automatically targets the closest enemy. There are some whips, I think, that if you hit them with the very tip of the whip, it does a critical hit, which is interesting. But I haven't actually. Well, that was definitely not a critical hit, and actually the electrical whip seems pretty damn poor. It's pretty damn quick though, but I don't know. Well, now that I use it in rapid succession, it's a lot better actually. Oop. Oh, I just barely missed. Oh crap. I barely missed that first one, but then, well, I borked up on this second attack. Ah, damn it. Oh, I just managed to get away with that one. Alright, let's pick up the pace a little bit. I've explained most of what this game is about right now, so let's just try to go for the pace that we could actually try to, well, yeah, let's try to up the pace and see how fast we can actually go in this game, because you can go pretty damn fast, and hopefully we'll find some weapons that allow us to do so. Right now, our current weapons seem to be doing fine, except, you know, they're basic starter weapons, and those are pretty shit. And actually, here's another thing that you can interact with. But right now, it doesn't do anything for me, and I think I have to defeat another boss. And once I do, it will be permanently unlocked for me. Alright. Let us take weapon damage. Let's do more damage. Ah, here's another thing. We have cursed treasure. And basically what happens when you open this is it puts a curse on you. And that means if you get hit one time, you will die until you kill at least 10 enemies. So let's go ahead and try that out for you. Not because I really want to, but yeah. We have outraged the gods. Take one little hit and you're dead. Eliminate 10 enemies to lift the curse. It does give us a bunch of souls, it gives us some gold, and it gave me a balanced blade, which I really like, and it also says 175 damage on a frozen target. So if we find anything that freezes enemies, this will be awesome. Yeah, the cursed chests always provide some really damn good loot, but the offside is of course that, well, it curses you, and if I get hit only once, I'm dead. That would be bad. Oh crap. Oh man, I need to be so careful here. Right, we could take an infantry bow, and I actually think I prefer that one over the electric whip. So let's take that one, and I also saw on the map somewhere we have a flashbang. Ah yeah. There's a flashbang in the room below me, but I can only get to that by using that one item that I couldn't use yet. As you can see in the top of the, or in the bottom of the screen. That little purple thing there, that's the teleporter I was trying to use. Or I think it's some sort of teleporter, I'm not entirely sure. There we go. Oh! Yeah, let's get away from here. Alright, so 5 more enemies to kill, 4 more enemies to kill, and after that we've gotten away with it, and we've got some pretty decent loot. But yeah, we'll see. But the interesting thing about the infantry bow is that it actually does a critical hit when fired at very close range. You can see right there. If I fire it from far away, it does almost no damage, which means that this is a... oh crap. There we go, curse lifted. Yeah, as you can see, it does almost no damage from far away. But it's interesting for a bow, because bows are usually expected to be long-range weapons. In this case, you know, you're in... damn it. Damn it! Come on. Alright, let's grow this vine. Oh, we found a bomb. And actually, somewhere along the way, I picked up a phaser, which allows me to teleport behind an enemy, and the damage after your next melee attack is increased by 150%, and also covers the ground around you with flammable oil. Fortunately, I don't have anything right now that sets the ground on fire. Oh! Crap. Oh, that was a nice one. In the air. There we go. Alright, let's get the weapon upgrade as well. Oh crap. I was thinking to jump up on the chain there, but damn it, come on. There we go. Ammo for the bow is pretty limited, but if you kill an enemy, you get that arrow back. So I think you can fire that thing 5 times and then it's gone. Or not, it's not gone, it's going to be empty for a little bit. Right, let's see, we have twin daggers. Inflicts a critical blow on the 3rd consecutive hit, 100% damage on a burning target. And unfortunately we don't have anything that sets things on fire. Horizontal turret, plus 30 damage on bleeding target, but we don't have anything for bleeding. Damage taken reduced by 10% for the ruby amulet, but we don't have enough money. 100% damage on a poisoned target. Well, we don't have anything that sets anyone on poison, or doesn't doesn't poison anyone. So not much good for us. And I think, yeah, we saw everything that there's to see around here. So let's go back to the Promenade of the Damned. Right, unlock the random melee weapon. That is a great unlock to have, and then I will spend the remaining cells on the healing potion. Of course, we're going to fill the ones we currently have, and heal up completely as well. And And then we're going back to the Promenade of the Condemned. As you'll be able to see, some of this will look familiar, some of it will not. And basically what's really different is the order in which these things appear, like I said. But maybe seeing it in action makes it make a little bit more sense, I don't know. Well, that hit the door instead of him? Really? Interesting. Ah, we have another shield enemy. Crap, the shield is over here. Alright, let's kill the shield. Let's pick up this thing as well, just because we can, and we cannot be hurt while doing this. Let's go for health this time around. Alright. Almost there. There we go. Oh, we have an elite. Oh crap. Elites are usually pretty damn good. They have a lot of hit points, they do quite a lot of damage. Let's use a bomb. Alright, and now I damaged it enough, and once you damage it enough, it actually gains extra skills. And in this case, that motherfucker can teleport. Ah, crap. Oh man, I just managed to do it too. Jesus. And we got an amulet for it. Damage taken reduced by 10%, and you get gold when you get a dead cell from an enemy. Cool. Now this would be a good time to use the flask for health. I have a second charge. I'm not going to use that quite yet, because, well, I would prefer to take a few more wounds before doing so. What is this? We have another amulet. I'm not sure what it is, so I'm not going to pay that money. We already got a pretty decent one. Oh crap. Just too late for killing that one. Oh yeah, we got the plus extra 20 gold for killing that fight. For killing that thing. Not that thing, that thing. Oh, that was pretty cool. And I'm having fun playing this game, you know. Skill power and cooldown improved, that is excellent. I'm still not entirely sure how best to use the phaser. Oh crap. Oh man, I'm so glad there's a double jump in this, because that would have fucked me over. Right, all diving attacks leave flammable oil on the ground. That could be cool if we had anything to set the ground on fire with, but we don't. Flashbang 2, that could be good, Nutcracker, and Twin Daggers. Let's see. Twin Daggers 4. Inflicts a critical blow on the third consecutive hit, fires an arrow upward for 83 damage, plus 20% damage when inflicting a critical hit. Wow, this could be really damn powerful. Nutcracker throws a grenade. Meh. Could be decent, but this one is definitely better. And we currently have Balance Blade 2, which only, well, plus 175% damage on a frozen target, but we don't have anything to freeze people with. So, off we go with the daggers. As I said, the daggers are quite fast. And the first one, or the third one, actually, will also do a critical hit, and this one actually does extra critical damage. So these things should be very powerful. Let's see what's down here. Like I said, we want to clear as much of the map as possible, get as much experience. Ooh, firebrands. Ignites the ground and your enemies. It gives us plus 1 strength as well, and plus 25% damage. Man, do we want to... Do we want that instead of the infantry bow though? Infantry bow 1. It's not the best infantry bow. Actually, yeah, let's swap this out. Let's go back for burning damage. Right, After I die this time around though, that's going to be the end of this video. And let's see, 5 minutes and 49 seconds to go, yeah. You really have to rush through the level to get to that thing in time. Oh man, I don't like all these spikes. Interesting placement. Oh crap! That is unfortunate. Not sure what that stuff is, because that wasn't just regular flame, that was a blue flame, and I have no idea why. Must be something going on, but I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe that's a critical damage or something, I have no idea. Oh, that was a bomb that I just missed. That's good. Alright. So I'm at 50% health, or slightly over. And man, I love blowing those doors up into people's faces. Ooh. Instantly hit. Burn. Oh, he got stunned. Kill one of the bats, but first I really need to kill this thing. There we go. I need to kill that. Oh. Ah man. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Alright, we can interact with this. Oh crap, I need to go up from here. Need to get away. Kill that. Kill that. Kill that thing as well. And that's actually a cool thing about this thing as well, because it throws daggers up. It might be able to kill bats before they come down off the wall. If I simply melee the air, basically. We're not going to the old sewers. No, the old sewers are bad news. Really bad news. Not going to do it. I want to go back up to the ramparts, if at all possible. Right, we found broadsword 2. Not going to take it. We have infantry bow 2, also not going to take that, because, well, I prefer the burning arrows, or the firebrand, the fire damage, all that stuff. Because it's so powerful, you know, you can just set some people on fire and then just kind of forget about them for a little bit as you jump around and evade all the damage. So, let's take all that money as well. Open up this thing, and we could actually go on a little bit, and I think that this basically is always the same, this little end part of the promenade. But like I said, we have to defeat a boss first before we can use that totem to get behind there. So, up to the ramparts it is for one final go. I kind of like how he goes into the door as well. Kind of walks like a boss, you know? Right, we got 32 souls. And I'm not entirely sure what to do right now. We have a fire grenade. That could be interesting to unlock, because I haven't unlocked it yet. That's another thing. You can find blueprints in this game, and blueprints is how you get new items to unlock in here. So, all the items you can see here, right now, are not all the items in the game. There are more items, but you need to find the blueprints for them and bring them in between the levels to actually unlock them. And then you need to spend the cells to still actually unlock them. So, yeah. Let's see, oiled sword applies flammable oil to victims. That could be cool. But actually I think I'm just going to spend all my cells on healing potion 3. You know, for the sake of longevity and all that. Didn't quite see the door. Looking at different parts of the screen. I know that looked really stupid, but oh crap. Yep. Let's send this thing back down. Accidentally dropped off. Let's not do that again. It's kind of cool thing though is if you fall really long heights, then you will get stunned when you land. But if you do the jump down attack, that doesn't act by the looks of it. So that's something to remember. If you fall a really long distance and you don't want to, jump down. You know, with the jump attack at least. Oh crap. Alright, let's burn you, let's burn you. Damn it! Already taking so much damage. That wasn't quite the way I wanted it to go, but then you do. You try to jump back, but no. You will stand on fire and you will like it. Ah, damn it! Jesus! That's really bad. I lost my touch. It went so well. And now it goes really, really damn poorly. Luckily these guys are burning. And actually, we should remember that I have bombs as well. That bomb missed. Alright, we could teleport back up, and there's another scroll of power, so we definitely want to go up and get that. These things fire in a straight line, so they're pretty easy to predict as well. But they do hinder your movement somewhat. Oh crap, it's an elite. No, 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 no. Let's run away from that while we are on low health. The regular mobs I can deal with, but I can't deal with the elites right now. We can always come back to him. Oh crap, I can't deal with this shit either. Burn. Burn, motherfuckers, burn. There we go. Get that in your face, set you on fire. Ooh, and I just barely missed a projectile coming straight for me. Alrighty, you know what? I have to heal. Has to be done. Oh man, there's so much stuff. That's the downside of this area, is there's just so many creatures in some of these walls, and you could go around them, I suppose, but oh man, I'm so close to death. I mean, damn it, there goes my second flask. Oh, we have some meat over here as well. Ooh, that works. I wasn't sure it was going to work, but well, it kind of worked. That didn't quite do what I needed it to do. Alright, so I'm pretty full health right now. I need to be careful. There we go. That was a lot of enemies to deal with. How are you down here and already so damaged? That's interesting. Alright, and we had grenade free, right? Yeah, you know what? We want to go back up and take grenade free as well. I want to get rid of this phaser thing because I'm not entirely sure how to use it most effectively. And we don't have a backstab attack, so let's switch this out because it does 137 damage plus 20% damage, and the enemies release a toxic cloud when they die. That is really damn good. That will be damage upon damage. And everyone who walks into the cloud could also be set on fire. Crap, and I missed. There we go. That's the toxic cloud. And I really like stacking these kinds of damages on top of each other, because, well, some of these enemies have a lot of health. And we want to whittle it down in every way possible. Ooh, crap. I dodged 2 attacks, but caught an arrow. Luckily though, we still have the thing that minimizes arrow damage, I think. Or was that the last playthrough? I'm not entirely sure. Probably the last playthrough, right? Not entirely sure what we have right now. Damn it! No, definitely not that one. We have, let's see, golden amulets. Damage taken reduced by 10% overall. Right. Damn it. Oh man, I've lost my groove again. Jesus. Burn. There we go. But yeah, you can definitely see, you know, all of this so far has been really fair to me. It's just me fucking up that's making me take damage. And that's just the way it should be too. Alright, lots of toxic gas. Oh, damn it! No! Oh, man. Alright, well, that was it for my playthrough of Dead Cell so far. But if you want to see more of this game, please let me know in the comments below, because I'll be happy to do some more. Anyway, see you guys for the next video.